Important considerations for retirement planning. That's the focus of today's program. Please stay with us.
Relationships that build wealth, create opportunities, the right solutions. That's what we do at JN Fund Managers.
We're in pursuit of your financial security.
Portfolio and investment management services for individuals and corporate clients, from wealth building and risk management to preparing for a comfortable retirement. Strong, stable, secure.
We're in pursuit of your success.
Let's talk. JN Fund Managers, your safer, smarter financial partner.
We've had the pleasure of special guest Janice Robinson Longmore sharing her expertise with us for the past 2 weeks. Janice, who is a chartered financial analyst and a specialist in pension and retirement planning, joins us again today. Thank you, Janice, and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
One of the key points you've made, Janice, is the importance of including our plans for retirement in our overall financial plan early on. You've also advised us why a single investment for pension should be supported by other investments and a well-thought-out strategy.
Thank you, Annette. Those are very important points. Saving regularly is something that is very important. It's very near to my heart because it's a strategy that I've used over time to build wealth. Throughout your working life, try to live below the means of what you're earning, so that there's always something that automatically comes out of your pay and goes into various savings vehicles, so that you have emergency money, so that you have money to supplement your retirement, so that you have money targeted to your children's education in the future. What this does actually is it relieves the stress that you can feel when life's normal events come upon us. You know, when you have a child, for instance, that they're going to need to be educated. You know, throughout their school career, whether or not they're going to need money for tertiary education. Start thinking about these things and always plan to save and have that saving taken out automatically out of your account as you earn over your working life. What will happen toward the end of your working life is that this amount will accumulate. You'll have money that is put aside for various life events, and you'll have money to supplement your retirement income when you get to that age. And because you've had that lifestyle of saving that accumulates over time, you will have a lump sum that is there that can be used for various purposes. And when you save like that, what I like about that is it gives you the beauty of choice. You have certain choices that are now available to you as to what to do when life's inevitable events happen.
How can I tell if my retirement strategy is a good one?
Well, there are various tools online that help you to determine what your retirement strategy ought to be. There are calculators that are available online that tell you, for instance, if you save a certain amount over time and you get a certain return, how much you can expect to accumulate over that period of time. And also what I also encourage persons to do is at the end of every year, I'm fortunate because my birthday is in January. So just about at the time of my birthday for the year, I look at my finances, I look at my debt, I look at what I have saved, I look at the statements. If I can't find them, which is usual, I ask for reprinted statements and I take stock of where I am. Also, if you're a part of a retirement plan, it is normal to get a statement of what your accumulated benefit is on an annual basis. Most of the plans have a year end of December. Look at that statement and see how much you've earned. And also, as you get closer to retirement, start calculating if my retirement benefit is X, how much can I expect to earn when an annuity is bought for me when I retire? Or if you're not sure about how to do those calculations, and that would be totally normal, what you can do is sit down with your pension fund manager, a representative of your pension fund manager, and work out with them how much benefit you've accumulated over time. What that will tell you is how much you can expect to receive, and also probably how much you need to plan to save so that you can supplement that retirement income when you get to that stage.
And also, since it is part of your overall financial plan, your financial advisor could provide you with some support.
Exactly. Your financial advisor can provide you with that support. But remember that your entire life is not just a small financial plan. You need to take charge of your own finances, understand them, so that when you get that financial advice from your financial advisor, you can apply it in an appropriate way for your own circumstances and your objectives going forward. That way you're in charge and you're not waiting for somebody to basically direct as to how you go.
Thank you. Your next bit of advice, Janice, affects more of us than it should. I don't have to prepare for my retirement. My children will take care of me.
Not only children, Annette. Often the expectation is that children, as well as other relatives and friends, will step in and provide us with funding when we're no longer to earn an income working from day to day. All right, this philosophy is flawed because our children are typically, by the time they're able to really make a meaningful living, they're going to have their own living expenses and their own stresses from starting their own families, from having other obligations. They may have student loans or other obligations that they need to fulfill. So to burden them with our day-to-day needs is actually not fair to the children that we have. Many of us are not having a lot of children anymore. At the time when your children were thought of as insurance policies or retirement plans, we're having 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children. Nowadays, the average person is having maybe 2 children. So to burden an only child or one of 2 children with the responsibility of taking care of you as their parent is really a stressful thing that you're putting on your children, and it's not something that I would encourage. People also sometimes think that other family members and maybe even friends will help them during their retirement years. What I encourage people to do is to think independently of that, because even if you have assets and even if you have an income during retirement, you're going to really need to trust those people who you allow into your financial affairs, because it's not unknown for people to take advantage of especially aging people when they are no longer able to take care of their own finances.
So ultimately, planning to take care of our own financial needs during retirement is the safest path to take.
It is. If you're really getting on in age and you're going to need, say, for instance, people who have power of attorney over your assets, consider either an independent person or a relative that really doesn't need the money. Because when you're putting that responsibility on somebody who has their own needs or has their own issues, you're really asking them to take on responsibilities which they probably won't be able to efficiently perform. There are lawyers that can act as power of attorney. There are other support agencies that are available. And there are independent people that you can think of. So don't just think of your relatives or friends as your only avenues for financial help or assistance during your later years.
Treat it as a business.
Yes, you should.
Many of us as income earners take the time to secure the present and the future well-being of our parents, our spouses, and our children. But we neglect to shore up our own future, our retirement plans. And a key takeaway is that we should not hesitate to get independent and professional advice to ensure that these plans are sound. As we wrap up for this week, Janice, what's in store for next week?
Well, next week, Annette, we want to have another very interesting and informative show. We want to talk about how we manage our debts to prepare for retirement, and how we can use the assets that we've bought over the years of our working lives to earn income for us so that during our retirement we have pensions that pay regularly, and we also have assets that pay us income regularly so that we can get income from various sources during our retirement years.
Janice Robinson Longmore, Deputy General Manager, JN Fund Managers Limited. Thank you.
Thank you, Annette.
The GNFM advisory team may be reached by contacting our offices directly or by texting us at 504-1719. 504-1719. You may also reach us through our website. A gentle reminder: enjoy the journey to retirement, appreciating the value of your here and now, even as you plan for the future. Take care of yourself and others. Goodbye.